Before we get started, make sure that the sauna is unplugged from the wall outlet. Remove all the heater frames and set them outside the sauna. Remove the bench and set outside the sauna. If there are multiple sections to the bench, start with the left, then right, and finally, the middle section. Remove the screws from the right and middle power box covers against the back wall of the sauna. The screws will be located in the grooves and edges of the covers. Remove the covers and set aside. You will be installing the F20E wires by taping the female end to the RS-232 lower cable in the floor and feeding it through the floor frame holes and under the floorboards, all the way to the right front corner of the sauna. Disconnect the male end of the RS-232 upper cable in the front wall from the female end of the RS-232 lower cable. Going back to the power box, disconnect the male end of the RS-232 lower cable from the power box. Tape the female end of the F20E connector to the RS-232 lower cable at the back right of the sauna. Feed it under the floorboards by pulling the female end of the RS-232 lower cable. The F20E wires will be pulled through with the slack of the RS-232 lower cable. Returning to the back wall of the sauna, run the RS-232 lower cable back through the floor frame holes and reconnect to the power box. Run the male end of the F20E wires through the floor frame holes and connect it to the female end of the G30 connector coming from the power box. Remove the lower cover and rubber USB port cover exposing the screws. Unscrew the tablet from the front wall. Turning it over, unplug the red and white audio aux cables. Unscrew and detach the female end RS-232 upper cable from the tablet. Remove the lower front wall heater cover. Unscrew the top and bottom screws on the left of the lower heater and peel heater back to show wiring. Remove the bottom 3 and 1 lower left screw with their washers from the front wall heater and set aside. Peel back the heater to expose the RS-232 upper cable and wiring hole where the D13 cable will run through. Tape the 12V AC adapter to the RS-232 upper cable. Cut any zip ties to free up the wiring. Pull the RS-232 upper cable bringing up the D13 cable with its 12V AC adapter end with it. Cut the tape connecting these together and leave plenty of length hanging free. Take the male connector end of the D13 cable and feed it through the left wiring hole of the heater location extending down to the location of the female end of the F20E wires. Screw back in the screws, attaching the lower front heater to the front wall of the sauna. Connect the male end of the RS-232 upper cable to the female end of the RS-232 lower cable. Connect the male connector end of the D13 cable to the female end of the F20E wires. Plug in the new 12V AC adapter end to the tablet. Reconnect the red and white audio aux cables. Then reconnect the female end of the RS-232 upper cable to the tablet. Reattach the tablet to the front wall, screwing in the left and right screws. Replace right rubber USB cover and the plastic lower cover. Screw back in the screws, attaching the heater to the front wall of the sauna. Replace the wiring covers at the right front corner of the sauna wall. Replace the lower front heater frame. Replace the control box covers on the back wall. Screw back in the screws in the grooves and edges of the covers. Reinstall the bench. If in sections, start with the center, then right, and finally left sections. Replace all the heater frames. You can now plug the power cord back into the wall outlet. Turn on the tablet and choose Quick Mode to test the 12V power supply.